want to welcome you this evening to the 11th lecture in Robert Underwood's Presidential Lecture Series. And this features the Governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands, more than one, the Honorable Jongh Jr. And before we begin, we're going to explain a little bit how this will work. We'll, of course, introduce the VIPs. We'll have the lecture, and then there's going to be time for Q&A. And we've got a couple of microphones on the side, and so if you have a question afterwards, you can just raise your hand, and then one of us will bring you the microphone, and you can ask your question. Before we get started, we want to introduce our VIPs, and we have many in the audience tonight, starting with the Vice Chairman of our own Board of Regents, Dr. W. Chris Parris. And following university protocol, of course, we want to introduce our President, Robert A. Underwood, the 10th President of the University of Guam. Our Senior Vice President, Dr. Helen Whippy. John Peterson, our Acting Assistant Vice President. Dr. Anita Borjan Enriquez, Dean of the School of Business and Public Administration. And we cannot forget Benjamin Leon Guerrero, who is the President of our Student Government Association. Also joining us tonight, the Honorable Philip Carbolito, Chief Justice, Supreme Court of Guam. And the Honorable Anthony Babauta, Assistant Secretary for Insular Affairs, Department of the Interior, who's been on campus today. And also our speaker for tonight, the Honorable John P. Jongh Jr., Governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I'd also like to introduce our next speaker for our next presidential lecture series, and that is the Honorable Tupeni Mbamba, the deposed Deputy Prime Minister of Fiji, and he's going to have a very interesting talk. Please stand. From our Emeritus Society, we have Dr. Lou Klitsky in the audience. We also have the Honorable Yoshiyuki Kimura, Consul General, Consulate of Japan. And we have the Honorable Bruce Hung, who is the Assistant Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Office. From our legislature, we have the Honorable Benjamin Cruz, Vice Speaker of the 31st Guam Legislature. And we also have with us the Honorable Ben Pangilinan, Senator of the 31st Guam Legislature. Joining us also is Catherine Merriman, Associate Justice, Supreme Court of Guam. And Robert Torres, Associate Justice, Supreme Court of Guam. And we also have Mary Torres, who is the Executive Manager of the Guam International Airport Authority. And I think that's just about everyone in the audience and all of our VIPs. And so now I would like to, well, thank you first of all for taking time out of your schedules to join us this evening. And now I would like to introduce to you, let's give him a round of applause, the 10th President of the University of Guam, Robert A. Underwood.